Now, you talked about the smarter sleep sound machine having these acoustics. Can you talk a little bit about how the smarter sleep works and how they have these soothing sounds?
What we did was, based on a lot of literature that tells us what kinds of sounds the brain is listening for rather, as it's setting these networks up. And so we constructed these cues that are like transitions in language, like hearing the difference between a P and a D, for instance. The way that transition occurs, it can go up or it can go down. So we included sounds that sort of mimic those sorts of transitions. And they're a little different in each of the soundtracks because we use things that poke above the soundtrack just a little bit, enough to alert the brain to the fact that they're there. And so we wanted them to be evident. Like if you listen to them, you could probably hear them. Some adults can't, but the baby brain certainly can. And we tested both awake adults and sleeping babies. And what we could see is if we gave them music alone, for example, or nature alone, the brain does engage the part of the brain that's awake. The brain is sleeping, and then it reacts to these sounds. But when we added the acoustic cues, what we saw was the language networks light up, and we could see areas of the brain in frontal cortex where things are being put together in compound light up.